Hi everyone, welcome to online learning in lockdown 2. And just like we did last time, we're going to do some videos each day. We're going to have a story time and we're going to have a good morning video. Are you wondering what this funny creature in front of me is? Well, this is a clue to what our theme is for this week. Can you guess what we're going to be learning about? I'll give you a clue. La la la, la la la. What do you think this character is doing? Well, you were right if you said she or he was dancing. This is actually a mannequin that I use for my artwork, and I move it into the position that I'm drawing when I'm doing people. So I thought it was a good way to introduce our theme this week, which is dancing. And I know that all of you in room 17 love dancing. We do a lot of singing and a lot of dancing in our classroom, don't we? We can't be in our classroom just at the moment because COVID-19 has come back into Auckland again. And so actually I've just taken off my mask because I went for a lovely big walk before, and I have a brand new mask that I had specially made in my favourite colour, which is pink. And I wore it for my walk. So don't forget, if you are going out, to put on a mask. Just like Jacinda Ardern, our Prime Minister, is asking us, so that we keep nice and safe and healthy. So let's get started. Just like last time, we're going to have a joke each day. We're going to have some writing and some maths in our Good Morning session. So we've talked about our theme being dancing. You will see on Seesaw that there is a task board with some really fun tasks on it, and one of them is to put on some music. I've suggested a song called not Waltz of the Flowers, yes I think it is called Waltz of the Flowers. Put it on and just get a crayon or a paintbrush or something and paint to the music. I thought this picture that I put up on my very special TV, let's see if you can see it there, that looks a bit like something that I might have painted to the music. So your picture is meant to look abstract. Just paint as you feel to the music. And you know what? That's really good for you to relax and paint to music. So that's one of the can-do activities that you might like to do this week. There is also a really fun teddy bears picnic activity on there today, and that is a maths activity. Remember, we were using our coding grid at school with the coordinates. Do you remember I had the 3 toys and we had to find them, and we had to say whether they were A3 or whether we went south, down to south, or north or west or east. We're going to do a fun activity. There's also a crocodile story today for you to listen to, and writing is just like normal. You get to choose, so I hope you've been thinking about what you're going to write your story about today. So let's get started. I reckon we should start with a joke. I've got a different joke book. Let's have a look at it. So my joke book this time is from the Mellons Bay Library, and it says, my first picture joke book. So let's start from the beginning, and the first one says, why do birds fly south in winter? Why do birds fly south? That's quite good with our coding, isn't it? Because we're talking about the compass points of north, south, west, and east. And the answer is because it's too far to walk. Of course it is. It's way too far to walk. Okie dokie. So it has been such a glorious weekend. The sun has shone. I hope you all got out and rode your bikes and your scooters and went for big walks with your families, your bubble families, because we're back to thinking about just keeping in with our bubbles and our families. So Mrs. Craig certainly went for a big ride today on my bike. I went for a huge ride, 20 kilometres. So I'm feeling a bit stiff and sore now. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's get started with our learning. Let's have a look at today's date, and it is, I snuck one of the whiteboards out of the classroom. It says, today is Monday the 16th of August. And this week, if you're wanting to do some words, I would love you to write as many words as you can think of that have a silent B. Can you see my words there? We've got a bit of a light target happening. So the first one I've got under my bubble is the word crumb. If I say the word crumb, I can't hear the B. It's a silent B. If I say the word thumb, it's a silent B. Let's have a look under the math state. There's a word that you will know that starts with L, lamb, a silent B. The other day we talked about things going numb, didn't we? And that's when you've got no feeling in them. And that word has a silent B, the word numb. Now the next one is an interesting word. It is the word dumb. And dumb actually means someone who cannot speak. Someone who cannot speak. So that's our focus for this week. And we've even got a little card here that helps us learn. So we're looking at things that end in a silent B. A silent B. And you can see that this card is showing us a thumb, because we know, let's say thumb, thumb. Do we say thumba? No, we don't say thumba. We say thumb. Show me your thumb and say silent B. Okie dokie. So we've had our joke and we've had our sound. Now we're going to have a little look at our maths board. And we're getting pretty good at maths. So let's have a look. I snuck this out of the classroom as well. Very heavy for me to bring, and you all know about this board, so we'll try and put it on the screen as well as we can. It takes Mrs. Craig a bit of getting used to, doesn't it? So you can see that we've got some letters there. Let's make them all go the right way. And today I'm going to turn down this number. What number is it? The number 18. Now if I said to you what number comes before 18, you would know that it is 17. If I said what comes after 18, you would know it is 19. Now let's see if you're thinking, what number comes 10 after 18? Ooh, I nearly told you the answer. And we know on a hundreds board that 10 more is directly under. So 10 more than 18 is 28. What would be 10 less than 18? You got it, right up here. 10 less than 18 would be 8. 10 more than 18 would be 28. What about, let's see if we can sneak some more letters in there. Let's click these off and say, for those who are very clever, what number would be 30 more than 18? Have a think. You got it. Let's count. 10, 20, 30. So 30 more than 18 would be 48. And we know that 18 plus 30 equals 48. You can do this game at home with your families. Just go online and punch in that you want a 100s board or a 100 square. And there's a really good one on our morning board from last week called Splat. You might like to have a try at that. Okay, going on from that. Here's our number house, and this house is the trendsetter house. So my first number in red says 26. How many 10s are there in the number 26? 2. How many 1s? 6. If I said to you, what number is 10 more than 26? Have a think. What do you think it would be? See if you can do it without the hundreds board. If you said 36, you got it right. Well done. Let's have a look down the bottom there at our 3-digit number, and it is, let's read it together, 534. If I said to you, what is 100 bigger than 534, which column do you think we would add 1 to? You got it. We would make this 1 more. So 100 more than this number would be 634. You might like to play that game with your parents as well. Okie dokie, we're up to writing, and I have written my story all ready for you. Let's see if we can get the camera to go down and have a look at my story, and I will try and stay right out of the way. Here it comes, nice and close. So today we are learning to use different sentence starters. Sometimes we forget, and some people write, then I did this, then I did that, then I did this. Would this be a good story? I went to the beach yesterday and I saw a crab. I liked the crab. I picked the crab up and I looked at it. I thought it had very sharp nippers. Is that a good story? Is that what good writers do? No, they use lots of different sentence starters. So I've written my story today about dancing because some of you might not know, but dancing is one of my favourite things to do. So watching as I read it to you. My title is Dancing is Fun, and I forgot to make that have a capital letter. Why does it need a capital letter? Because it's in the title. Did you know that I love to dance because it makes me feel good inside? And that's the end of my sentence, so I put a full stop, capital letter to start. When I hear music, I just want to get up and dance. And this time I put an exclamation mark. Many years ago, I was a ballroom dancer, and my favourite dance was the beautiful slow waltz. Full stop, capital letter. I wonder what kind of dancing you enjoy. Now, not many of you will know that Mrs. Craig and Mr. Craig used to do ballroom dancing, and we used to get a very fancy clothes and do lots and lots of special dances. We learnt the cha-cha-cha. So when we were doing it in footsteps the other day, remember we were going cha-cha-cha like that? That brought lots of good memories back for me because that also was one of my favourite dances. But the waltz goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's a nice slow dance. Ask your mums and dads if they know how to do a waltz and they might show you. So did I use interesting sentence starters or did I use all the same? I've circled them. This sentence I started with did. This sentence I started with when. This sentence I started with many. And this sentence I started with I. If you remember, it would be great if you could circle the words that you start your sentences with. Do you think you could do that for me today? That would make me very proud. So, good writers use different story starters, sentence starters. They don't use the same word all the time. See if you can do that. Have fun, everyone, and I will be online waiting for you to send me your work. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to read your stories. Actually, I've been reading your hiding stories, and tomorrow I'm going to start sharing some of your gorgeous hiding stories. They were so clever. Have a great day. Haere rā.